Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here on day, I don't even know what, of my staycation. It was interrupted, so I think I'm on day 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's about right. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday was interrupted, Wednesday was 3, and then today 4.
Today's 4. Okay, day 4. And I'm here 365 days of the year to take your 12 political questions out of the chat. At the moment, we've got 17, I believe.
Yes.
Yes. And the wonderful Sarah is here off and on this week. Sarah will not be with us tomorrow, unfortunately, but because Sarah has a day off, and Sarah needs a day off.
Yes.
And deserves all the good things. All showering with the good energy and the good things.
Thank you.
And 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Sarah, I now have a song stuck in my head. Because I put these on this morning, and I said I'm feeling very Elton John, which reminded Sarah.
Oh, well, no, because you sang Tiny Dancer.
Oh, I sang Tiny Dancer. Yes.
And then I said Tiny Dancer reminds me of 2 things. 1, the scene from Almost Famous. Or 2, the scene from Friends when Phoebe, when somebody brings up Tony Danza and she says something about his love affair with Elton John, and they're like, pardon? She said, yeah, he wrote about it on that song, Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza. Hold Me Close, Young Tony Danza. Yeah. And so, inevitably, when I hear that song, I either sing it, just belt it like they did on the bus and Almost Famous, or I sing Hold Me Close, Young Tony Danza. And my children look at me and go, who? And then I feel ridiculously old. So, yes.
So that's the song I've got stuck in my head. But anyway, if you're watching this on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are there. We timestamp them as we go. I already pulled. So seriously, folks, I've got cards upon cards. I've got Boo Boo over here. I've got more cards over there. I just felt like I should read. And so I did. And so I've already, I'm going to get through the first 5 questions in 3 minutes.
Yes.
But, and thank you for the people who keep us safe in the chat. Thank you to our moderators. And of course, if she appears, I don't know if she's here, but they're the queen of all who keep us safe, Lucky Girl, who is awesome. But you all help, and I'm grateful. So anyway, all right.
Yes. Okay. So we're getting down to business here, so I need to.
All right, I barely have room for Thurston here. Oh, this is, by the way, those who are new, this is Thurston. Thurston Howell is there. Thurston. Anyway.
Thurston, yes.
Okay. I have 8 million. I have 8 million cards here. Where do you want to start?
Okay, so we're going to start with Mitch McConnell at 4 even. Now, the news that Kristen pulled, I looked it up, came from Occupy Democrats, and Twitter is going nuts because that's where it was posted. But Republican Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell announces he will resign if he doesn't become Senate Majority Leader after the November's midterm election. Are we finally seeing the end of his reign of misery?
But there's a problem. I should make you big again. But there's a problem with that.
Yes.
We have no confirmation.
We've got it from Occupy Democrats, and usually they're on top of stuff, but they haven't dropped a link. So I would safely say I would put about 70% of my trust in this.
Look.
Michael Rainey, it's Occupy Democrats. So.
Yeah. So it's, okay, so, and I had heard this before in rumor form, that basically the Grim Reaper, not to insult the actual Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, it is kind of an insult to the black cowl and the scythe going, excuse you? Don't compare him to me.
Right.
Anyway, it was this idea that if he doesn't become majority leader in the midterms this November, that he's going to resign.
Yes.
So anyway, the first thing I was trying to get a sense of, will this happen? What's going to happen to him? I didn't necessarily read yet on is it real or not, which I can do. I had to get my other deck of cards to do this. Like I said, I just pulled on.
Her cards have cards this morning.
Yes. That's. This is the card of. Well, when it comes to all things Trump world, it's usually a bully or something like that. But this page of swords is actually traditionally like a spy, like somebody who heard something, who's sharing it. The card for the reading. I'll tell you that when I first heard it, I was like, yes, and scared poor Boo Boo who's sleeping here, and he was like, ah, and I was like, oh yeah, and I was kissing his side and kissing him on his head, and he's just like, oh, I don't know what's going on, but I like this. It's like we're all happy. All right, and this is what I got from McConnell. Wussy Democrats. He's basically, he thinks he's kept the wussy Democrats and the far right of his party in check. And he wants to be handed the brass ring again. But that doesn't. I got a 10 of swords and a 4 of pentacles here that say, I don't think this election's going to go quite the way you want it to. Whether this is true or not. So there's like, oh, that doesn't look good. So let me grab a couple more cards. We'll see. Because there's been a lot of talk about this. And this is one of those, we're not sure about the fire, but man, is there smoke.
Well, let's put that at 8:20.
Vicky K says, I'll bow out now because I cannot follow Autumn and the chat at the same time. Oh. Am I doing something wrong? If I am, let me know, please. Okay. Deb Marsh, he's been there 100 years. Time to let go. Picture it. 1914. The last time I had a date. Oh, you think I'm kidding?
You're a mess. I love you.
Well, it's not entirely inaccurate. So, it's 99% inaccurate, but you don't know. Frida Smith, just crawl out the door, McTurtle. All right. Is this true? He'd come out and say something if it wasn't. It feels very much like, oh, he would. Oh my gosh, would that be so awesome? Al Menzi says Mitchie was reelected in 2020. Rand Paul is up now in 2022. Take out Rand Paul. Oh, if we could get rid of both of those jerks in Kentucky. Oh, and Hal Sparks is from Kentucky. Can you imagine the joy going over on Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide?
Hal would just, oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. He just opened his eyes like, do you mind? He doesn't like being constricted. He doesn't like not being in power. Aww. you jerks don't like that you don't have the opportunity to steal Supreme Court seats that aren't yours, to push through people who are wildly either basically unvetted. Yeah.
So much woe. So much woe.
Yes. Oh, hanged man. Strength of women. Full. 3 major arcana that say he's already got one foot out the door. Strength of women, quelling the Democrats having the power to quell a lot of the far right garbage, and the whole reign of Trumpism and far right, and Mitch going with him. Just bye. Rise of women.
No, Joyce, he's from Kentucky. So, yeah.
Ricky is saying Mitch McConnell has been in office so long, he debated Fred Flintstone. And he got there in the car where you had to use your feet.
At this point, if you've been in office since before Internet Explorer, like, you might want to plan your exit strategy.
Biden's been in that long.
If you've been in the same consecutive office, not politics in general, but if you've been in the same consecutive office since before Internet Explorer.
So what would that be? 92? 94?
92. Yeah, 92. Yeah.
Oh, Mitch, it's going to be a sad, rainy little day. Been there since 1985.
Wow.
He's been there since, I don't know. There's so much that happened in 85. Why is the first thing that came to my mind? I know, because I was like, I was 13 for most of 19. I turned 14. So yeah, I was 13? No.
Mm-hmm. He's been there since before the Challenger. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been there since Duran broke up the first time. Can you tell my best friends were in love with Simon Le Bon? My 2 closest friends, they used to quiz each other about Simon Le Bon.
That is hilarious.
And me with no, well, then again, it's debatable, but yeah, we know I was, they didn't do it for me. He didn't do it for me. But anyway, there's a lot coming. So that's Mitch. Now, I really wanted to read on these Secret Service jerks.
Yes. So
sorry,
okay.
Linda Sue saying Windows 3.1. Oh my gosh.
Yes, Nuclear Magenta pointed out that Windows was 95. Actually, the World Wide Web was 95. So, yeah. A long time. If you've been there since before VH1, it's time to leave.
If you've been there since Clinton took office.
Since HW took office.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say
anyway.
1420.
Oh, shake it since abortion was legal. Sing.
Will the 2 Secret Service agents mentioned in Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony appear live before the J6 committee and contradict her testimony that Trump choked an agent?
This makes me crazy. Cassidy Hutchinson was everything I got, every reading I did, every bit of her energy, everything was, she told the truth as she knew it. And when it comes to that stupid thing about Trump and the SUV, and it makes sense that Secret Service and people would call whatever vehicle Trump was in the beast. I mean, it's just an easy way to say,
yeah,
the president's vehicle. So she testified under oath that she was told this story, which in a court could be hearsay, but sometimes hearsay is admissible if it is then going to be built on later.
Yeah.
So if this is like, there are rumors of this, and then we lay out, then, but Elector Storm said Cassidy took notes of everything. She even took notes while she was testifying. Oh, wow. Yeah. So she said that they were in the SUV, which I had stepped out of the room to get my kettle just when they played that video yesterday. I missed it. But people are now trying to find any video that may have caught that.
She said reach for over his clavicle towards his throat, Joyce. So she didn't actually say the word choke, but she made the hand signal, and it was definitely implied. And
she said, and he put his hand like up against his clavicles. The man who was telling you the story.
Yeah.
So she didn't say his throat. She said his clavicle. She specifically said his clavicles, which to me just makes it even more honest, more accurate of repeating. You know, she's not embellishing. She's not, you know.
Right.
So that was that. And Fox News on Tuesday, I mean, even on Colbert was showing there was like dead air, where they were like, oh my gosh, she's really credible. And then there's all three of them just sitting there. And one of them somebody like, are you here? And one of the talking heads was like, yeah. So what they're doing now is the Secret Service has come out and said that things didn't happen quite that way or something along those lines. These guys are saying that didn't happen. But these guys are not under oath,
right,
in saying it didn't happen.
So I wrote the questions down as you told me to write them in the order that you told me this morning. So the first being, are they actually going to testify before the January 6th committee?
I don't remember that one. I'm just gonna give you what I've got here. We'll work it out.
Okay. Next, will they stick to the story they've been giving, or will they tell the truth?
Okay. Look, okay. What I told. What?
So you just spit it out as you've got it over there, and I'll adjust over here accordingly.
We'll work it out. I'm sorry, Sarah. I don't mean to.
You're good.
Some of these, I just, she is a Republican. She's telling the truth. She just is. She told everything. She had notes at the time, as like you guys were saying. Oh, Kevin, good point. Compare her testimony to Trump's 35,000 lies, please. Yes. I got her very truthful on her part. And the reason that the hearing on Tuesday was so sudden was she had been using a lawyer Trump was paying for, and she fired that lawyer. She got her own and then went to the committee and said, hey. So they were like, yeah, okay, we're going. So she was telling the truth. Now these Secret Service people who were saying, oh, it didn't happen. I don't know who these guys are specifically, but I'm not liking that I've got these cards for them. When I pulled them, it felt like they knew what Trump was doing, but even if they didn't believe in what he was doing, they felt like it's not our business. our business is just, whatever he does, if he's going to go lead an insurrection, well, we can't let him do that because he wouldn't be safe. But other than that, none of our business kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he became a bully. And I believe something did happen in that SUV. But they are trying to shut it down. And they're trying to shut it down because they have some stupid idea about what it means to be in the Secret Service. All right. So, are they going to tell the truth? What have you? There was a really dangerous situation going on. Are they going to tell the truth? Really dangerous situation. But if they tell the truth, they'll have to tell the truth about everyone, and they won't be able to keep any president and his family safe. Biden and Dr. Jill and all these other presidents, they won't be able to keep. If they speak out. We are speaking out saying it didn't happen. So you're speaking out now.
Right.
So
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got that the January 6th Select Committee is going to keep looking, which is just part of this other reading. There's a lot of information out there. We were told what happened. We were just handed the information. But I'm getting a sense of a he said, she said, as far as, at least for a while, which is most vexing.
Okay.
So I was trying to figure out what were the other questions I had? Because the last one was, will it come out eventually?
Will it be proven another way?
Will it be proven another way? There is so much to do with the January 6th hearings. There's so much information, and the Republicans are at the moment doing a pretty good job, not a terrible job, derailing and sucking all the oxygen up that they can to focus on minutia of this, or what the Secret Service is saying, to try and discredit everything, to try to wipe the record of everything else that was said and done by that Cassidy Hutchinson was talking about. I was getting this very warped sense of, well, this is our duty, and we won't be able to protect people if they don't trust us. They don't know that we're going to we don't know if they're going to trust us if we say anything bad about them. Well, but you're potentially lying. So why not go? Will they go under oath? And I'm getting some real pushback on that.
Okay.
But I got this. I thought this was interesting. Will the truth come out eventually? And what I got, some worry here. The main thing I got was this Page of Pentacles. She's not the only person that they told this to. They told it to their families, their spouses, maybe their kids overheard. They told people. And this feels like a teenager who hears, and eventually what really happened does come out.
Good.
Now, I do want to, like I said, I did this. I was incensed earlier this morning, so I pulled all these cards. I mean, when I say pulled all these cards, I pulled
lots of them.
Yeah.
You get a card. You get a card.
So let me see what else is around this, because I am just infuriated that these jerks are trying to say, "Oh no, nothing like that happened." If you are trying to, if your thing is, we have to protect the president, we have to protect, the president has to be able to trust us, then keep your mouth shut completely. Say Secret Service does not confirm or deny anything like this. So Evelyn Hartman is saying more people are standing up after Cassidy. Yeah, I think so, and that's what's coming. Janelle Espinoza says, let them say it under oath. True. So, oh, that's what those cards were for. What will happen to these guys? And what I got was, eventually they're going to have problems.
Okay. And what are you asking right now?
I don't know. Something related. I'm trying to get a sense of what's going to happen next, or what these guys are going to do, or I'm trying to get just on this. It's not even a separate question. It's just, I just want to get a sense of, there's Trump. Oh, I'll be so glad when he's gone.
Yes.
From us talking
sphere.
about it, from the political sphere. I do not wish harm on him. No. Wish harm on no one. Electra Storm said, didn't the Secret Service have to testify in the impeachment trial for Clinton? I don't know. Yeah, a sense of where it's all going. Exactly, Alexandra. Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Sun. Two of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. This is unsteady. This is definitely the select committee and some other witnesses raining on their parade, as it were. But this is undermining Trump in the public sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Very much people who are very low information voters. They've heard now about Trump grabbing a wheeler, trying to choke. That now, whether it's true or not, that's what they've heard, because that's bad. What is it? Bad news, goes around the world, before good news, gets its shoes on.
Mm-hmm.
This is weakening Trump, but there's so much else. There is so much else that's going to come out. And there are even, I think there are a couple of members of the select committee. No. It was one of the former lawyers for the January 6th select committee is saying there's so much more. There is so much more. I think it's going to go on from here. I think they're going to move on. I think the news is going to move on. She was the messenger. She did a great job. They're trying to rip, she's Cinderella who, made a dress to go to the ball, and now the right's trying to just rip it into rags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we'll know that. I do believe we will know the truth of what happened in general, overall. Yay. But this is a small piece of a huge thing. So that's what I'm getting there.
Good. Awesome. All right.
And I'm sorry to be so confusing.
You're good. I just bullet pointed all those and put it under super reading.
Good. I like it.
Okay. All right. So now we are going to step away from Trump for a moment. A brief
Yay.
interlude. Yay.
Yay!
Okay. So Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson was sworn in this morning. Yay! What will her tenure be like?
The first African American justice on the female African American justice on the Supreme Court. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what's her tenure going to be like? Thank you,
Kelly.
Kelly.
All the readings are super. That is so sweet. Oh, these are like Art Deco kitty ears.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Here, hang.
Yes.
Show your ears.
Yes.
Are those the coolest things ever?
Yes. They matched with the pineapples and stuff. So.
I'm reading on. What am I reading on?
Yes, you're reading
Ketanji,
on our new
Justice.
yes, our new fantastic
Okay,
justice.
And I last night I was actually watching. I've been catching up with Doctor Who, and there was an episode I watched last night which was centered on Rosa Parks. So just in my little world, great timing. So. Menzi says, so happy about her being there, but the numbers are still 6-3. Yeah, they're still going to be able to knock decent things down, at least for a while. Betty Harper, the word the lawyer used on Ari was mountains of evidence. I believe it. 3 of Cups. It is a moment to celebrate. It really is. Progress. It really is. I mean,
yes.
60 years ago, unthinkable. 70 years ago, not a chance. 80 years ago, never going to happen. All right, 3 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. She's going to be awesome.
Good.
Oh my gosh, she is going to. This just feels like. I mean, we're celebrating, but she's going to put things in. She's going to be responsible for helping put in place things that really help people. Very forward thinking. Also, putting people who need to be put away. People who need to face justice. And I wonder if she's going to be a part of Undoing Citizens United.
Ooh.
Yes, Janelle, her energy is much needed. Hello, Aiden. Hugger creator. Sorry.
Thread of Hope. Someone noticed the chat just sort of went, so I lost it. But someone, Thread of Hope says we need to expand the court. And here's the reason why that's not a good idea right now. If Biden, by executive order, expands the court, as it sits right now, the new nominations are still going to have to go through a hearing, just like every other one is done. To do that before midterms, McConnell will stall it again, just like he did with Garland. And we're too close. We're too close to midterms. We need to wait and see what the people.
Does he have the power to do that?
Yeah. Thanks to Sinema and Manchin. Yeah. So the issue is, if it's a gamble, it's a big one. If you expand the court right now, you run the risk of adding another 3 super conservative.
Oh God. Okay. We'll wait. We'll wait a few months.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, they would still have to be confirmed. So I'm like, I'm okay with the let's just sit back and
just for a few months.
Yeah. So
November is
close.
coming.
Yes.
Yeah. Today is I have this little calendar that I keep on the front of this thing of folders. I have here. Instead of trying to, I'll just pick this whole thing up. Okay. I have this little calendar for the year sitting on this thing of file folders I keep here. And this is like the bane of Sarah's existence, and mine. But every month I ruin her day. By today, I'm going to be drawing a line through June. Which means half the year is gone.
Yes. Yes.
However, we're going into the third quarter. July, August, September, October, early November.
Mm-hmm.
This is done.
Yes.
So for not even 4.5 months.
Right.
Until midterm elections. So oh, goodness. All right. So what I got for Justice Jackson, she's coming in a time where it is heartbreaking what's happening on the court, because of the legacy, these far right justices, because of the legacy of the Republicans. But she's going to be part of big changes.
Mm-hmm.
A big change, an ending, a beginning, big changes. And it feels like the air clears, we can breathe again.
Mm-hmm.
But then of course there's still the it's not like the right is going to disappear.
Right.
But that's huge.
Yeah. And it's also good to remember that while things are seemingly sort of bleak at the moment in some areas, I mean, Sotomayor and Kagan and Judge Jackson, they're younger than a lot of the super conservatives on the bench now. There's still Kavanaugh. There's still the last Weasley three, but beyond that, at some point it's going to be 3 and 3, and then whoever new they bring in. So because Thomas is going to go, Alito is going to go. I mean, they're going to age out. They just will. So she's definitely going to have her time to shine.
Yes. And M. Kelpie's saying she'll be very important in a bit. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So we are going back to Trump land. No, don't dance too fast. Okay.
Well, I'm dancing, and we have the first African American.
Oh yes,
woman
that deserves a dance break. Okay. All right.
I like that we have dance breaks.
I know, right? M. Steve would like to know at 3910. For those who follow 45 on Truth Social.
Truth. Go ahead.
Truth. How?
Because it ain't the truth.
His rants.
Oh, they've Kool-Aid. All the they drank all the Kool-Aid. Yeah. Oh, there's some worry there. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, these are the converted. Oh, but they're on the defensive. Ooh, that surprises me. This I expected.
All right.
Sitting pretty, raising money for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But the last card and the card of the reading, on the defensive, very worried. That surprises me. Usually they're just so, I see nothing, except what I want to see. But, oh boy. Snow Wolf, the new, just sworn in this morning, Justice of the Supreme Court, Ketanji Brown Jackson. That's who we were talking about.
Yes. Okay.
I like that, Ricky. Turth Sue shall.
Okay. At 4040, Judy Hayes wants to know, will Marjorie Trader Greene be made to testify publicly about J6?
I'm not saying they stay that way, but there are some small children who figure out that getting angry is going to get them what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And throwing tantrums and and these are the small kids where even when they're in daycare, the people who work there, they're kind to everybody. They're not going to, show favoritism. But when this kid's there, it's like, deep breath.
They're usually biters too.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they grow. I'm not saying they don't grow out of it. Kids are kids.
Mm-hmm.
We grow and change and.
Yeah.
But this is her energy. She's probably a biter too.
Yeah.
But is she going to testify publicly in front of the January 6th committee?
Either in front of the committee or, because I see once this is done, the criminal trials will be, I think some of them are going to be public too. Because if they're not, then nobody's going to believe what happens behind closed doors. So if we get to the point where the DOJ is publicly having hearings and trials, is she going to be made to testify publicly about January 6th in some capacity or another?
Okay. Then I'll pull some other cards on that. But this, her position is weakening. She's still bringing a lot of money for the far right.
Mm-hmm.
But her position is weakening. This is the January 6th committee and being a witness there. But she's just a bully here. They have messages. She's not as important as she wants to be.
Oh, bless.
I don't know that she's going to be here. These cards are her, but they feel very small. And this feels like a much bigger, this is for the grown-ups. And this is the kids' tables.
Yeah.
The little kids' tables. But will she have to testify in court? Will she? And we know what she's like when she's on the stand because she had to go to court. I believe didn't she win? That's a point, Janelle Espinoza saying under oath changes things. Okay.
Having charges up against you changes things too. Facing jail time.
Darren, I'm not preschool special education teacher, 31 years at preschool level, 6 additional years at older grads. I always liked working with those others were frustrated about kids who would throw temper. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
That is awesome. Thank you.
It is. And please don't anyone think I'm saying, some kids are just incorrigible. No. We all have bad days or months or, Ace of Pentacles.
You're amazing.
Chariot, 2 of Pentacles again, Star, Evidence, dragged, kicking and screaming. I'm thinking a court case, and I'm getting an image of her being pulled. That's all I'm getting. She's got some troubles, and she's still making money right now, but now this is on the other side of her weakening position. Evidence. I think they have evidence on her.
Mm-hmm.
Entertainment only. Just read on the collective energy. But actually, for me, this is spiritual practice, but it's not 100% accurate. That's not how this works. But we read on the collective energy, and this is her weakening, and she did some dumb stuff. Al Menzies saying now Marjorie Taylor Greene is whining that everyone is picking on her for reading Bible verses. Sarah, you're Christian, aren't you?
Yes.
Ever read any Bible verses?
It's not that she's reading them. It's that she's misinterpreting them and doesn't understand them.
I'm pretty sure you read Bible verses.
Mm-hmm. On occasion, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was scared. Harpy saying, when did she do smart stuff? That's a point. Hello, Becca from House of Lynn Norman. Do follow House of Lynn Norman. She's awesome. All right.
Just like she doesn't understand the Constitution. Bingo.
Yep. Okie dokie.
All right. So Judith asks at 47 even, will Chuck Grassley be implicated for his major involvement in January 6th? His staff was cleaning up statements he made to the press about covering for an absent Pence the day before the insurrection.
Oh, that's right, because they wanted to get Pence to step down, and Grassley was going to take his place.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Grassley.
Bismo, I don't even think they would take her. They might, but I don't think so.
Hell? I'm kidding.
Westboro Baptist Church, same thing.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That was good. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Grassley. Snake in the Grassley. Becca saying, just like she said that Jesus was against illegal immigration. I can't with that moron.
That's not what the Bible says. And I'm paraphrasing because I can't words sometimes, but the people who enter onto your lands, treat them as if they're your family, treat them as if they're your own. Be kind. You don't know if the stranger among you is going to be Christ.
Oh, House of Norma is saying, she said that on an interview on OAN. I totally believe that.
Oh no, I believe she said it. She's just
no question. Yeah, no. And oh my gosh, okay. Look, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I was Catholic until I was 16. I was raised I went to Catholic schools. I had to go to church all the time. Yeah, okay. My understanding is Jesus was pretty much the biggest hippie you'd ever meet.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pacifist, give to others, non-materialistic, turn the other cheek, communal living.
He turned the other cheek 99% of the time, except for when people were doing jacked up stuff in the church, at which point he got the whip and flipped some tables. That's not the point.
But he flipped tables. He didn't punch people.
No. Mm-mm.
There is nothing in the Bible I remember about Jesus ever being violent to a human being.
Right.
But yeah, get your guns and keep out the immigrants in Jesus' name.
Yeah.
The heck?
But you're right, Rebecca. It is the Republican Jesus version. It is not the olive skin, hair of wool Jesus. That is in Mm-mm.
Nope.
So Chuck Grassley, what do we got?
Hang on. So see the cards. He's trying to stay out of the radar. There's definitely going to be, the spotlight is going to turn to him in front of this. Actually, this feels like Liz Cheney. But right now, it feels like he is trying to even, like, maybe I can sneak out. Maybe I can avoid. Maybe if nobody can serve me with papers. Maybe if nobody can find me. Maybe if I don't know. Maybe he's going on Fox News for all I know. But this feels like him trying to, what? Huh? Who?
Right.
But the spotlight will turn to him, and he's going to be in the hot seat.
Good. Plucky hair made me giggle because pictures of Jesus remind her of Andy Gibb.
Exactly. Kathy's guiding light tarot. Nor did he put them in cages. He'd give them his bread and do without.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just going to double check on Grassley.
Oh, no, you're good.
Judith is saying he's hiding. King of Pentacles. 7 of Cups, Knight of Cups. He'll give the bare minimum if he absolutely has to. But they're, I'm who I am, the king over here in the Republicans. I'm important, and this sham, witch hunt, if I must, kind of. But mostly, I'm not here. Sorry, busy. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I'm on the phone. Got to go.
I love you. Okay, so we are done with Trump in January 6th.
Aren't we just?
Oh, yeah. Yes, we are. Okay. At 53:10, Eileen asks, is Biden waiting until after the midterm elections to make changes to SCOTUS? We just talked about that a minute ago, i.e. appoint more people, impeachment, etc.
Say that again, please.
Is Biden waiting until after the midterm elections to make changes to SCOTUS? For example, appointing more people, impeachment, etc.
Well, I don't know that he would tell Garland to go, are you investigating, I like beer. Are you investigating Step for Justice? But he might be able to finagle a hint of just, is that what you're doing? But he wouldn't go full on.
Not going to require it. Yeah, he's not going to, yeah.
I love that, Kevin Brazil. Jesus said, he who is without sin cast the first stone. He felt a pebble hit his back. He spun around and said, Mother! That's cute.
That is hilarious.
Oh, I know, never, never. But the Supreme Court, they're so awful. Temperance. Well, right now, yes, it's absolutely. And I've been getting this card repeatedly about this topic. Just temperance. Just he's not going to do much right now. Kathy's guided light tarot saying, I'm hearing yes from my guides. Okay. 4 of. Well, Kevin, I'll have to tell my mother that. She'll like it. She'll like that. My very, very Catholic mother who prays the rosary every night. 4 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, Devil. Okay. Ow.
I don't know that I like that.
His frustration with the Supreme Court right now is as high as ours, if not higher. He is really upset about this. He is really angry about this. He is holding it together in public, in private, between Trump, the January 6th, what the Supreme Court has just done to women's rights, and the fact that, oh, wait, there's more next term. But he can't act right now. He can't act right now. But I think he does think there's a possibility of like maybe Kavanaugh, or something else, someone else. Chariot. Plucky Heroine was just saying, I'd vote for that. 13 SCOTUS, 1 for each district. Yeah, there are 13 districts, and right now there are only 9 justices. Strength. Knight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. He is very much afraid of. Today is a good day. But he's very, like you were saying earlier, he's very much afraid of handing the political right.
Yeah.
Some
He's not
really nasty.
No,
He's what?
He's not that much of a gambler. I mean,
No.
that's a big gamble.
Right.
And yeah. Okay. So Lauren wants to know at 58 even, did if I could talk, did Lauren Boebert win the Republican primary legitimately? Did Bobblehead win the Republican primary legitimately?
Never underestimate name recognition. Never underestimate name recognition and the existence of low information voters. Death, Hanged Man, King of Cups. Yeah, they're unhappy with Biden and the Democrats. And they think she's at the biggest name recognition, so she's the one to fight the. Yeah, I think unfortunately, there are people who are that myopic and cruel and not potentially. I'm sorry. If you voted for Lauren Boebert, my opinion, you're not very bright. You're just not. You just aren't. You are a low information voter. You do not understand the way other people live.
Yeah.
You need to open your mind and walk a mile in other people's shoes. Those are Sweet Sugar Jones. Love that name. Hate is a very lame platform. Ding.
Bingo. All right.
Oh, actually, Janelle's asking, saying she will go down in the general. Let's have a look. Boebert.
Okay.
I mean, we're still, Sarah's been helping me find some birth dates and things, but I'm working on some astrology stuff. Boebert, November. Isn't she losing her restaurant?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He said Boebert's district is more than a third of Colorado, most all rural in the western slope. Yikes! All right, a lot of far right rancor. 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. They see her as a fighter, but she's weak.
Mm-hmm.
There's weakness here. They think she'll fight for them, but I think the far right is going to be having problems. But I don't know. She might get in. Well, I'll look at the astrology, and because I thought once we got past the hearings and all this kind of the Supreme Court garbage, then we could start looking at the midterm elections and what have you. Sorry. Electra Storm is asking, isn't her district now Democratic though? Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. Bully. Queen of Cups. 3 of. There's a chance, but they'll fight tooth and nail for that district. But that's some Democratic, get some solid Democratic energy right in the middle of that reading. So
thank God.
Mm-hmm. There's something there. It's not all gloom and doom, but we'll see. Anything else?
Okay. Biden has declared he will back the ending of the filibuster to help codify Roe. Can the Dems pull it off?
Mansion, cinema, because if they won't, we're stuck.
Yeah.
Codify is one of those words where I've heard different ways to say it, and I don't know that one is better than the other. You know?
Right.
It's mostly a word people don't say anyway. It's just written down.
Yeah.
It is not a word I would just randomly. You know, if I'm going to reorganize this stuff in my freezer, I'm really going to have to codify some of the. It's not a word you use.
Absolute truth.
The card for the reading is not good. Not hopeful.
9
of Cups, 2 of Swords, 6 of Wands, Page of. They potentially, if Manchin and Sinema would vote with the Democrats, they could do it tomorrow or whenever. Schumer would probably pull everybody back in just to overturn the filibuster, but they'd have to make that decision. But this is success by the far right, the Republicans working together, and our immense frustration.
Yuckadoo.
All right, how about? See, the thing is with this problem with the women's reproductive rights is I have felt like it's going to go on for a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm concerned that I think things will get better after the midterms, but Well, what about next year? What about 2023? Can you make 2023?
Okay.
Could be next year. Hey, Miss Cat M says I had codify for dinner last night. That works. Queen of Swords. Legal. Oh, it's going to bite. It's going to hurt. Women hemmed in. Decisions taken away from them. Not enough Democrats who are willing to pull together. Queen of Wands. Oh, the Republicans are perfectly tight on this relative to our side. Of course, there are exceptions, but relative to our side.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, but
All right.
Wish I had better news.
At 1:06:10. Electra Storm asks, SCOTUS ruled this morning that the EPA has to loosen regulations on power plant emissions. How much will this damage our already fragile climate? And will the next Congress be able to codify the EPA's position on this and get it overruled?
What was her argument? Does anybody know?
There had been an Obama era, when Obama came in and said that the EPA has the right to crack down on emissions. And Trump was like, and he put in people on the EPA who stopped doing that anyway. So it didn't really need to go to court, but it kind of did. I don't know. The lawsuit had already started before Trump got in there. And here we are. So.
Well, they're definitely fighting their stupid fight.
Mm-hmm.
Biden. Possibility of cleaning up, trying to fix our climate.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Supreme Court.
Yeah.
See, you know me. I mean, I've been here for 4 years, I've had this channel for 4 years, people. If you don't know me by now, I don't like doom and gloom. And but I don't even need to read on, will this severely damage our climate? Yes.
Yeah.
We are going to get through this, but it's going to be hard. Mm-hmm. And we just need to do what we can and embrace ourselves, because essentially we're kind of hurtling towards something, and we should be backing up, and they're not even letting us put the brake on fully. Sorry?
Oh, no, I was going to say, and in My Brain Collects Random Trivia News, did you know that Gorsuch's mother was the head of the EPA under Reagan and stripped it down to practically nothing and was ousted while she was there for other reasons, or she left to keep from being ousted?
Because the EPA was created by Nixon, and she was there under Reagan, and she was dismantling the EPA from the inside.
Yeah.
We are going to survive this. But there are going to be climate refugees. There's going to be flooding. There's going to be fires. There's going to be.
Granted, July's tomorrow, but it's technically June. And there is a tropical storm in the Gulf that is going to be hitting my area this evening in June. We normally don't have to worry about this until like August, September. But yeah. Yeah.
What's next?
Okay. Well, having said all of that, at 1:10:30, and I didn't see that coming news. SCOTUS agreed with the Biden administration and ruled he could end the Trump era remain in Mexico rule for asylum seekers. How is King Abbott faring with this news? Now,
Cruel King Abbott of Texas.
Yes. So he won't sling ketchup against a wall, but is there like any barbecue or sriracha smacking somewhere? Like, I mean,
and you never know.
So,
although I really, if I was still making individual political covers for the readings, I would be taking a bottle of Heinz 51 ketchup and making it Trump 45 ketchup. It's just me.
Yeah.
Cruel King Abbott. Besides, this is just burning his toast.
Oh yes, his grits are a little toasty this morning.
Yes. What is burns his grits? Is that it?
Yeah, toasted my grits this morning. Yeah,
toasted his grits.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's trying to stir up the far right. Gosh, this guy has issues. This guy has subscriptions to his issues. 7 of Wands, judgment. He's going to find another way. He's gonna fight this tooth and nail. He's going to find another way to shut down that crossing, to the crossings as much as he can. The waiting, and he's gonna come. He will just do it and take me to court later. He's gonna do all kind of stuff. He's not giving up. He's not going, oh well, okay, nope.
Sorry.
Pamela's saying you will still have time for that. I don't know what that refers to. I'm sorry.
The covers, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Joyce saying both barrels out in Texas. Yeah. For the rest of us, there'll be some people who will be less victimized. Women and children being less victimized because of this. That's good. Tower, Emperor. The Emperor is angry. There he is, Abbott. Lightning and thunder.
The bolts, yes.
Thor. He is angry. And he will send forth his pawns of the law to do whatever he wants because he is the emperor. Whatever.
Pamela would like to request the 45 catch-up cover. Nothing else on the community page.
There was a great political cartoon someone created, but I cannot find the artist who did it. Mm-hmm. I'm leery of showing it here. It's on my. I retweeted it. I'm pretty sure I retweeted it, but it's Trump behind the Secret Service driver. Yeah, I would check Twitter. Okay.
Okay. Judith would like to know at 1:14:45. Is Rudy Giuliani going to be prosecuted for lying about the severity of the slap and filing a false police report? Even the mayor of New York City believes he should be punished for lying.
Here, you're complaining about that slap. Here, let me give you a slap on the wrist. He's going to get some kind of, if anything, he'll get some kind of stupid fine. He could actually use an argument of being incapacitated. He really could. I'm not saying he will, but he could. 10 of Cups, Page of. This is so nothing. This is the grocery store worker who just went like that on his back. Hey,
it's like a shot.
And said, "What's up, scumbag?" Is that what he said?
Yeah. What's up, scumbag? Yeah.
What's up, scumbag? And the people on the left are like, personally, I don't think you should have touched him. Don't touch people. Do not touch people you don't know, ever.
Right.
Just don't touch them. I mean, unless they're like hurting, like they've fallen down and they need help getting back up. Yes. Other than that, don't touch people. And this is Rudy. Just, he's a mess. Seriously, he is a mess. I don't know that much is going to come of this. I really don't. It's tiny. Maybe a tiny fine, if that. King of Cups, Justice. There's much bigger stuff. Rudy's going to have legal problems, but they're going to be much bigger than this. This isn't even rating. So that's actually giving me a headache. Let's not do that.
Okay. And then Holly has our last question.
We got through 17 questions?
And then some, yes.
Wow.
At 1:17:15. What does the month of July have in store for us in general?
Nothing. Nothing's going to happen.
Heat.
Just heat. It's gonna be all quiet.
Naps.
Yep. There aren't gonna be any storms. There's not gonna be any news.
Nope.
Cats and dogs are gonna get along.
Yes.
I like that, Beth. He's a sad little man thing. July 2022. Oh, I was just remembering, just reminded. Aha. The wonderful day when Andre was on and was explaining that around July 27th, 25th, 26th, 27th, right around there, is going to be one of the worst astrological days of Trump's life.
Ooh.
Or it's just going to be brutal. I mean, things are pretty bad right now, but apparently end of July, it's going to be. I'm sorry, did I disturb the kitty? All right, July. Okay, I'm getting a fizzy feeling. A lot. In case anybody was wondering if I was kidding about nothing happening. Oh, man.
That's lovely. We're good. Just
hang on. Let me turn these over.
Woo.
Oh, okay. All right. This is better.
Okay. All right.
Thought I'd double check. Ace of Cups. 6 of Cups. 8 of Wands. 2 of Cups. 5 of Swords. The insult to injury. It's going to start out well. with because we know, is it July 11th that Congress is coming back, or is that when they're saying the next hearing's going to be, something like that?
Around, yeah.
There's some good stuff here. This feels like on the right, all this stuff that's been thrown, it feels like it's hitting us. It's not killing us, but it, fortunately it may for some, but it feels like that something that's been thrown and it's like, ow, ow, ow. That's what it feels like. With the far right's done. All the garbage they've thrown out up into the air is now going to hit us. But we're hanging in there. And with us working together, we're going to bring some justice and some reality. But the backdrop is the Supreme Court's reign of terror, for one.
Mm.
And I'm not big on trying to use too many negative catchphrases, but that's what the Supreme Court's doing right now. It's a reign of terror.
Yeah.
So knowledge equips as one's information coming fast. Yeah, it could be that. Usually I get swords for air signs for things like information, but this is the far right and what they've done, through the Supreme Court, through some of the state laws. Yeah, these are gonna start hitting us, but we'll get through it. These cards, for what it's worth, feel very strong. They really do. We're gonna be okay, but we're going to be bruised on the other end, but we're also going to be, I'm feeling there's some elation here where it's like, finally, some justice, some truth, so that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting for July. And I guess that's it.
We made it.
Oh, so this is supposed to be day 4 of my staycation. I've been working all morning. Oh, and thank you, Sarah, for this background. Sarah found this background. I was having a terrible time, and it was amazing. Thank you. But hopefully I can go rest now. Apparently, Kirsten Langston from Third Eye Champagne, the great Kirsten Langston, is on vacation. And I saw on Twitter she was complaining that she's like, I'm on vacation and I'm cleaning. What is wrong with my life? And I was saying to her, samesies. I call it the vacation revelation. It's when you go on vacation and you suddenly stop and you look around and you're like, oh, oh man, because you've just been working so hard and doing so. It's like, okay, I'll deal with that. I'll do, and then it's like, oh man, yeah. So anyway, that's gonna do it for us. I wish you well.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. And Sarah, my gosh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. I love hanging out with you guys. So
absolutely. And you're going to get lots of rest tomorrow, which is good. But I will be here. I am wearing my favorite glasses tomorrow, though, out of the set. And you can probably guess which one those are.
Yes, I know. I love this. It's almost tempting enough for me to change my day, but I promise the kids the last episodes of Stranger Things hit tomorrow, and I promised the kids we're doing it. So one episode is over an hour long, and the next episode is over 2 hours long. I'm going to die, but that's okay.
It's gonna be great. And I actually my mother started watching Stranger Things, which is bizarre. So I watched it with her since from like she got to like the end of the
part 1. Yeah.
Hopefully it'll come back. I lost internet for a second. Sorry.
There we go.
Sorry.
Okay. Did you get to the end of what?
she got to the end of the first season of Stranger Things. And so I just sat down on the couch and was like, so we started watching it together. And my father came in and sat down, and he, after a few episodes, he was like, I think I'll go do something else. Hassel and Norman, who is your favorite character? Is her name Maya Hawke? Maya?
Robin is the character. It was played by Maya Hawke, yes.
Maya Hawke is awesome.
Yes.
And
I love her.
She has a great career ahead of her.
Yes.
Yes.
And looks just like her mother.
Yes.
Just like her mother, Uma Thurman. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But her but Steve is mine. Yes. The babysitter did not set out to be a babysitter at all, but is the best babysitter.
He is the best babysitter. He's like,
yes.
Oh, Destined. Becca loves Destined. He's so cool. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Well, you all have I will see you Saturday. You all have a fantabulous afternoon.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Suburban Housewife likes Winona Ryder. Who doesn't like Winona Ryder?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. All right. Hang in there. And I will see you right back here tomorrow. And you get to see Sarah maybe Saturday, maybe?
Yes. That's the plan.
Good. Good, good, good. All right. See you tomorrow, everybody. Hang in there.